Here to react from the financial perspective, the author of Making Money, also known as the Money Man, Fox Business' Charles Payne. Charles, another $7.7 billion into our debt.
Yeah, and Peter said they're trying to help to address inflation. This is one of the things, some of the gimmicks that stokes inflation.
Yeah.
Think about that 3-year period when no one had to pay their student loans. The households had student debt. Their debt went up. They didn't have to pay their student loans. So what did? They went out and spent it. When everyone's spending a lot of money that they're not earning, that stokes inflation. And then on top of it, it is so unfair. Again, listen, it's so interesting. There's 2 separate programs, and it's hard to get the details because they give them these names like low income, yada, yada. But let's just say the low income version of this, right, is $1.6 billion. Out of $1.6 trillion, to me, it underscores the fact that most people who have college degrees in this country are the most blessed people on the planet. They will live longer. They will make millions of dollars more than their American counterparts, millions and millions of dollars more than anybody else on the planet. Their kids will live in less violent neighborhoods, and that they will live a better quality of life. They don't need bailouts.
Well, the court said you can't do this.
The court, and it's, by the way, unilateral.
In Congress.
And it's right, in Congress. So I hear people like, I'm worried about Donald Trump being a dictator. You mean ignoring the Supreme Court and trampling Congress? You mean that kind of a dictator?
Right. So, Charles, the big question is, and Peter was just talking about how these people who've got the student loans, they get an email that says, hey, your debt's been forgiven. I wonder if any of the student protesters who were arrested or were suspended, will they still have their debt forgiven as well?
So far, they're not going to penalize anyone. If any of them qualify, they'll definitely get more taxpayer money, more taxpayer relief.
Where are we getting the money to pay for this?
We just throw it on the pile.
Print some more.
Another trillion here, another trillion there. So they keep piling it up.
I love that President Trump is going to be giving a speech in the Bronx. I think that Joe Biden should go to Oklahoma and Nebraska and just try to make this one country for a change. Tell us your message.
At the very least, stop demonizing quote-unquote MAGA voters as if they're some foreign entity, enemy of the United States. He speaks about half this country as if they're our mortal enemy.
I know, it's a huge problem.
They're neighbors.
AOC was asked about the president's going to the Bronx, and this is which he surmised.
He's hosting a rally to try to con people and try to fleece them out of every dollar that they have to fund his own legal fees. And by the way, he's doing it in the South Bronx not to make a point, but because he's got court. And the man practically has the legal version of an ankle bracelet around him, and he can't leave the 5 boroughs because he always has to be in court. And so it is truly an embarrassment to him. And I am looking forward to the response of everyday Bronxites talking about how they feel about him coming to their backyard.
Bronxites?
Isn't this the person that ran Amazon out of her district?
Right. Not only that, though, the irony is that she would not be in Congress if the 3rd highest ranking Democrat wasn't so arrogant and that he didn't even go campaign. So she understands the importance of campaigning. You know what? Listen, I have a lot of relatives in the South Bronx. I was on the board of a charter school in the South Bronx, and I'm thrilled President Trump is going there. I wish he would go to Harlem. 2 Mondays ago, my niece was shot on the street that I grew up on. My niece was shot on the street that I grew up on. She doesn't even hang out there. She doesn't even live on the block anymore, but a good friend of mine I've known for 45 years, her son passed away, and they were having a memorial for him. And so these guys, the gang violence is on the rise so much, it's so underreported. So they come around with the mask. They're shooting crazy. The one third floor apartment was all busted up.
Were they looking for somebody in particular?
Yeah, another gang guy. But she had 4-hour surgery. She's okay now. She went home 2 days ago. And then Cookie, who was shot also, she's gone home.
Who's Cookie? The
other girl. The 2 of them were shot. Okay. And so Cookie's the one I've known for 45 years. I went to go visit them both in Harlem Hospital. But it's just, our country is really getting so cracked apart where the haves are doing extraordinarily well. Right. And again, they live in safety, and they live in, they eat their avocado toast, and the rest of us, whether it's in places where the opioid epidemic is out of control, or places like my neighborhood was being gentrified, but this gang thing has really been amazing. I had no idea it was this bad. It's really bad.
You know what's going to happen? These illegal immigrants are gangsters. Yeah. They're going to start fighting American gangs.
They're intertwined. They're intertwined. A buddy of mine in the Bronx, he talked about a lot of illegal immigrants have joined up with certain other, folks. They're all intertwined in these gangs. No one will report on it, but it's really bad.
Charles, can you explain the black male support with Donald Trump? Because there seems to be a divide.
I'm not surprised. I saw this coming in so many ways. And I try to explain it to people all the time. There's two things. Older black people, right, like my mother's age, if she passed away, but who they grew up in a time of immense fear. I remember going to Alabama as a kid in the 60s and walking down the road. You could feel it. Even though I was a kid, you could feel there was a palpable fear. There was a blind woman, a white woman who owned this store. It's a shack. She was blind. Coins everywhere. No one stole anything. And I said to myself, even as a kid, someone must have been lynched or something. But there was palpable fear, right? So they grew up with that. My grandmother, she didn't sleep with a pillow. She slept with her arms crossed. She had to have both ears open. She was always afraid the night riders would come and she wanted to hear them.
Oh, my goodness.
There's that group. Then you have young folks, right? My son, 27, so for the last few years I've been listening to music. When they hear Rick Ross and Drake and these guys talking about owning things, they're arguing over who works the hardest. Right. And they don't want public housing, they don't want free housing, they don't want free food. They want the American dream, so particularly young black men. And listen, they're being shut out. They're being shut out by progressives. Progressives who own corporations, they're discriminating against black people, black men. Look at Hollywood. That will tell you everything you need to know. Black women are always now in these movies where, without a black father figure, without a black lover, right, the black male has been pushed out by progressives. And they are looking for someone they can look up to. And more they see Donald Trump as someone, hey, I want what he's got.
I think that you look up Charles Payne.
Yeah. Well, listen, talking about the Bronx, you had a great interview with a fellow by the name of Lou Valentino on Monday. He had this observation about the former president heading up for that gathering in the Bronx tomorrow night. Listen.
I think the Democrats have been dropping the ball. I mean, you see crime, you see a woman being dragged with a belt, you see all type of stuff happening in the Bronx, and they're just gaslighting it, acting like it's not happening. Mm-hmm. So I just think it's the perfect opportunity for people to speak up. And a lot of bad things are happening. A lot of people can't afford groceries. And Trump is speaking to those people in those barbershops or people that just can't afford this lifestyle that they had probably 4 to 5 years ago. So this is just, I think, once in a lifetime opportunity. The fact that Trump is going there to a spot that is deep blue, that should send a deep message to Republicans once again. Step up your game.
It's a great message. However, we're all impacted by the same thing, and that's the economy. And that is ultimately, if Joe Biden loses, that's going to be on his watch. That's going to be it.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, they tried this scheme with ultimate big government, trillions of dollars that was unnecessary in this economy, and they thought they could buy votes, but all they did was create inflation. And unfortunately, all of the money trickles up. We live in a trickle-up economy, no matter what anyone says, because we get money that we're not used to. Economists call it MPC, a propensity to consume. If you've never had money and someone says, here's a $2,000 stimulus check,
you're going to spend it.
They know that not only are you going to spend it, but they know for a fact you're going to spend more. Mm-hmm. That's how people who get stimulus checks end up spending all the money and higher record high credit card debt. You say, how the hell does that happen? Right. It's psychology. They understand it. They use it, and they've abused people who've gotten this money. They used the people that they gave this money to. They played them for suckers, and now everyone's suffering, except for the very top.
What do you expect tomorrow when Donald Trump's
I think it's going to be beautiful.
He went to Harlem for the bodega thing. Now he's going to South Bronx.
It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. It really is. I mean, unless they try to, put a few sabotageurs in there, but ultimately, I think it's going to be beautiful. I think the world is in for an awakening that, hey, there's a clamoring for someone that, outside of the political spectrum of, Democrat, Republican, who may really have the solutions and may really care. Because these professional politicians talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk.
Right. Now, the president for 5 straight days talked about African Americans.
I was in Atlanta. I was there. I was in his hotel with Karine Jean-Pierre and some others, and I had a great candid conversation with one guy. I won't say his name. He used to be a regular on our network as a contributor, Democrat, big-time Democrat, but he's doing another network right now. And he said, listen, I agree with you on the economy. He said it is a bifurcated economy, and the poorest people are not being well served.
Listen, he's going to be the first one in the office today on your show because the show kicks off at 2 o'clock. You're going to be able to get a head start.
Some things never change.
Charles, thank you very much. I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.